Mackenzie Shirilla deserves all the karma she's getting. For months, her defenders have tried to paint the deadly crash as a tragic accident, clinging to the idea that it wasn't premeditated. But now, a mutual friend of Mackenzie and Dominic has come forward with a chilling admission. Mackenzie had threatened Dom with crashing the car before it ever happened. This bombshell audio erases any shadow of doubt, exposing the cold and calculated intent behind that fatal night.
Do you remember the incident that I'm about to ask you about where
Yes.
you picked him up from the highway?
Yes.
Okay. That day, what do you remember? Where were you when you got the call? Who called you? And what did they ask you to do?
I was actually at Christine's house. We were sitting around. She had just came back. She was sick. She got out the hospital and wasn't feeling well. Dominic called her and he was upset. And she was like, well, where are you at? And he was like, I'm driving in the car with her. And he was like, I just want to go. He was like, I don't want to be around her anymore. I'm done. So she was like, well, do you mind going to go pick him up? I said, not a problem. So as I leave her house, go to the highway, get on the highway, and I call him. I said, well, where are you at? And she was like, I'll crash this car. I'm like, dude, what you mean? I'm like, Dominic, just tell her to pull over. I'm like, I'm right behind you guys, so just pull over and stop, and I'm right here. Like, I'll be there in 2 seconds. So I hop on the highway. They were more down towards the Pearl. I get on at 82, and they were more a little bit past the Pearl exit right there. And it was raining. So as soon as I pull up, she's just going like this, and he's trying to get out the car. And once he get in the car with me, I said, dude, you don't have to deal with this. You're young, you got a long life to live. You don't have to deal with no chick in her attitudes, whatever. If you're not happy, just let her go. You know what I mean? If it was true love, she'll be back. So we're sitting there having that conversation in the car on the way back home. And man, I would have never expected that would even happen. A week later, just mind blowing. But yeah, we got in the car and he was like, man, I just can't deal with, she don't want to listen. She drives like a maniac. I was like, well, you don't have to drive with her. You have your own car, and just let her go about her way. Take your time away from her. Get yourself together. And he was like, yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing to do. And then later on, we get back to the house, probably 20 minutes after we get to the house, her dad shows up. He wants Kinsey stuff. He's like, I have no problem. It's like, just have her you can bring my stuff back over here and I'll give you her stuff. So he went and grabbed some purses and gave them back to her, and or gave them to her dad. And yeah.
So let me clarify a few things. So when you got the call, you said 71 at Pearl Road. Were they going toward Strongsville or toward Cleveland? Were they
Towards
north or
Cleveland.
south? So they were 71 north?
Yes.
And they had just passed. Did they get to Bagley or before Bagley?
Before Bagley.
Okay, so that's going to be 71 north between Pearl and Bagley. So when you left the house, were you on the phone with him? Did he call you? Did you call him?
I called him.
You called him?
I called him to find out where his location, where they actually were at. Because I'm coming down the highway trying to meet up with them. And
okay. And they were still moving as this was happening. She didn't.
I was on the phone with him. I said, well, just tell her to pull it over. We don't need anything happening. Just tell her to pull it over. So she pulled the car over. I said, thank God, I'm right behind you. And so I pulled up.
Who is she?
Kinsey.
Okay. And when you were on the phone with him, can you clarify again what you heard her say over the phone?
She says she'll crash this car right now.
You heard her say
Yes.
that? Okay. And so they pulled the car over. Were they on the right side or the left side? Do you remember?
Right side.
Right side.
Yeah.
So
Right off the berm.
right off the berm. So did you get out of the car or did Dom just come back to you?
Well, I was starting to get out the car because I seen her just going over, grabbing him and swinging at him.
So she's swinging at him, reaching
Yeah.
over? Okay.
And I started to get out the car, and then I seen the door open, and he jumped out. And I said, well, come on, dude, it's raining. Let's get in the car.
Okay.
We're out of here.
And so when you guys left, where was she?
She was still in the car.
Still in the car, still
Yep.
at the highway? Okay.
Yeah, I let her pull off before we pulled off.
Okay.
You know, just to make sure the traffic was clear. She got on, boom, and we got off at Bagley, turned back around, came in.
How long have you known her?
About the same amount of time.
Same amount of time.
Yeah.
Did you ever talk to her?
Very few.
Very few.
She'll
So,
say hi, bye, you know, that's just about it. We never really had conversations.
ever see them get into it?
A few times they argued,
Are
you
you?
know. Yeah.
And what was that like?
You would just tell her to go, grab your stuff and go. You don't want her around, you know. Like, well, that's the best thing for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, separate yourself from that situation.
On the way back from that incident, how did Dominic feel to you? How did he seem? How would you describe him?
He was upset.
Upset?
Yeah. Like, because they broke up at that point. Then
Okay.
they ended up back together 2 days later.
Hey, yo, what do you say? What do you know? It's the YouTube streets. Welcome back to the show. Ronnie Blue Eye, Scandalous Squadron, DVS, Stuck in the System, L Plug, a New Age Plug. What up?
What's going on, guys? Man, yo, that intro is always fire, man. What is this? Free Mackenzie Shirilla. Since some truly disgusting people decided to share some private calls from jail. So we're going to explain a few things. Well, this is the mother.
Yeah, and hey, New Age Plug, you
Yo.
did it again. You already know what it is. So DVS, I just pulled this up. Now you continue reading it because it's important before we start this call. The mother is upset. She's hitting creators with privacy complaints. She wants to control the narrative. So before these calls came out, guys, she has been doing that. You had crime circuits going and saying, "Yo, free Mackenzie," and
Yeah.
Mackenzie is actually not guilty. She didn't mean to do it. Well, we've seen the evidence, we've seen the paperwork, and this is the worst case of enabling grooming a child that we've ever seen, bro.
Well,
Yo,
fuck that,
this is
blood.
some sick,
I just want to
sadistic shit.
say that, before she and Mackenzie were plotting on how to fucking become content creators and
Yeah.
get donations and support and sympathy. So this is, listen, we already heard the call. This is bullshit. This fucking, whatever this is right here, this is all bullshit. That's what it
Fucking
is.
chicken scratch. Yeah,
It's
this
her,
is crazy, bro.
yeah, it's her justifying the calls. Read it for us real quick.
But you can't justify the cause because the cause
Trying.
already exposed you, lady. Listen,
Mm.
they are living in a nightmare and nonstop harass. Oh, let's stop.
The
They are
delusion's
living
crazy.
in a nightmare, and the nonstop harassment of this family is appalling. Car accident resulted in the deaths of Mackenzie's boyfriend and friend, which she's the reason why.
Right.
And accident she barely survived suddenly made a national news. All right, so I just want to say something, right? She survived because she put on a fucking seatbelt.
Yeah.
Let's be
Okay.
real.
Okay.
She survived because she put on a seatbelt. And I think a lot of people are not really marking that, because if you really want to die, you're not going to put on a seatbelt when you crash yourself into
Yeah.
a wall with two other people.
Exactly. I
Let's
said
get
that
to
shit
that.
from jump, yo. And it's clear right here. It shows intent.
They aren't laughing at the loss of life. They are nervous, laughing in disbelief, and it's headlines on that level. That being said, they were maybe a little bit hopeful and the national attention, but that's bullshit too, because Mackenzie's mother said she knew that this was gonna fucking happen. She knew what time it was.
Yep.
So I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't know. You want me to keep on reading? Because I'm gonna fucking break this down, and it's gonna
He's
piss off
scheming.
a lot of people, because it's all bullshit. That being said, they are maybe a little bit hopeful that the national attention would help raise awareness for factual, innocent person. This is crazy. This is delusional. That backfired when the media made up their own stories without any actual research.
From prison, so you don't miss any upcoming calls.
The goats.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, so I could have done this from juvie the whole time too.
And it would have been $2 from Julie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
That's what I mean. What the hell? I was going through your phone, and can you think of anybody else that I didn't think of? So what about Phil? Do you want me to? What about Phil? Because he keeps sending me that he loves me, sending
Phil?
love, he loves you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally anyone. I was about to say you can just like post it online type shit. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I want to.
Here we go. Here we go. Man, they are looking for clout, and they are looking to be in some sort of airways of everybody's attention. And the fact that they're so delusional after everything is said and done, and the evidence is clear as fucking day. The fact that they're still trying to look for some sort of loophole or some kind of sympathy card is crazy, because it's kind of insulting to the average person who would fucking look at this. I'm just saying.
Catch me outside. How about that? It's funny you said that about Bad Baby the last time that I was on, at least with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same dynamic with mother and daughter too. Spoiled brat to the point where they made a monster.
No, they definitely made a monster. It
Definitely, especially the
has
mother. They created a monster.
It has the
Mhm.
taste of Bad Baby and all that crazy reality TV and bullshit.
Catch
And
me outside.
the,
How
mo-
about that?
the
Yeah.
mindset is just stupidly obnoxious, man. It's
Yeah.
like there's no accountability. Like I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And there's like people out there walking like around just like this every single day.
They ask you first. I don't want people like wolves in sheep's clothing coming in to message you and then giving you messages that are not nice.
no, I don't care about if I get a message that's not nice. I can block people.
Okay.
Yo, she is definitely some sort of offspring, figuratively, not literally, of fucking Wade Wilson. And she reminds me a lot of Jessie, the mother. Holy shit. This has got a lot of Wade and Jessie.
I see that. How about blocking people on your JPay, on your Securus? Like when you're doing that, that's the last little bit of control you have.
Yeah.
I don't know. So this is all new to me. I was doing time before the pads, the tablets and all that stuff. Everything was a lot different. This is a whole nother ballgame. So I don't know, but it is the last bit of control that you would possess as far as her and mommy and having those issues, because her mother tried to make a boss move, right, with the warden, trying to get her to stay in PC, and she overrode that, and she went to the corporal or somebody and fucking got moved to a general population. So the fact that she's able to block people and do this and still have her, I guess, small independence of what it is that she can have, it does give her some sort of power, I guess.
True, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to have a bunch more people coming in, hopefully today.
Yeah, I wish I had my fucking iPad. Like,
I know. That's okay.
iPad babies. Holy shit. I've been saying this from the very beginning, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had my iPad. Yo, listen,
Crazy.
man. This is the reason why this is right here. What we have and what we're listening to, because there's no
This is the world we live in. This
and the
shit
mother,
is crazy.
I believe the mother let the iPad raise the child until she was old enough
of course.
to like befriend her, I guess.
They
Because
use
this
that
is like
as a babysitter. Sit in front of this,
absolutely,
like a TV, old school TV.
Fuck a passy. Here's an iPad. You know what I mean?
Well, DBS, it's just like you with your PlayStation, that generation.
I never really got into the PlayStation. I was always in the streets, man. I just, as an adult, just started really getting into PlayStation online and games and stuff. But listen, man, I was out in the streets in the cold, rain, snow. I wasn't inside a warm house with food and parents and iPads and like safeness. There was none of that shit when I was growing up. I was outside. Very different.
This is good. This is okay for now.
it's not, because I only get to come out for like an hour and 30 minutes or like 45 minutes.
At least it's something, is what I mean. It's okay for now. It's better than what it was.
What do you mean it's better than what it was? No, it's
Because you didn't have access to anything before.
I don't care. I liked it better there before.
No,
Yo,
I mean,
she's a spoiled little brat, bro. You could tell, and the mom's an enabler. Facts, big facts. She just enables the bullshit.
Somewhere in the process of parenting and raising this little girl, there was fucking major red flags that nobody decided to like. Say, hey,
Pay
lady,
attention
I
to,
don't,
right?
I don't think you should be doing that because that's going to become like grandmas are a real thing. Great
Right,
grandmas,
right, right. Yeah.
elders, elders are supposed to be the ones that say, "Yo, he reminds me of your cousin, or he
Yeah,
reminds
yeah.
me of your brother. He's got some sad character," and they'd be the ones to really put out the plan for what
Put
it is
people in check, yeah.
and know what to do and what not to do because they already seen this shit 2 or 3 times already. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
COVID, demolished that. But way before that. But there's no there was nobody telling her, "Yo, listen, I don't think that would be a good idea because this is going to turn into something that you're not going or she likes." I think she likes this relationship because there's no stopping. There's a lot of enabling. There's no
Yeah.
accountability, nothing. It's just
And like Plug said, she has no control inside them walls, right? So the last sense of control she got is not only social media, but control over her mother and father. You know what I mean?
Ooh, ooh.
yeah, she definitely tested waters when she said, "I don't want you guys to go broke." You know what I mean? And you're like, "No, wait,
Yeah.
he's here." She once she heard that, she said, "Got him."
Got him.
before the messaging, you know what I mean? Before that, all your friends were messaging you.
Yeah, but I still don't care. I would rather be at no.
Yeah, I know.
Get all from this. I already my iPad. Like I shouldn't be.
We'll have to see what happens after Monday.
You need to keep
Maybe something
calling
will
her and
change.
leaving her messages about getting me off the touch. I don't want to be protected. I really don't want to be protected. I don't need protection.
I know.
I don't know. The
Yeah, that
confidence,
attitude. The
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 confidence,
cockiness. The cockiness, the
because
attitude is way too big for that body, bro. She's gonna get a reality check and humbles
but
one
but
day
she's
real quick.
she's willing to use her flesh though. We heard some stories where she was in the
Right.
shower getting woman handled or dyke handled or whatever you want to call it. She was getting she was with it though. Like I think she's so shameless that she'll use her body as a tool and
Of
try
course.
to
Like I
use it
brought
as an upper hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I brought this up in other lives, like the shit she was allegedly doing in the past with her fake IDs and shit. Who knows how shiesty it got? You know what I mean?
yeah, and she looks and sounds like she's fucking. She's seasoned, man. She's got the 1,000-yard death stare. You know what I mean? 100-yard
Yeah.
death stare. It's crazy. I don't know.
And let's not forget, she was outside in the streets selling that no square, and the
Yeah.
parents were allowing it because they seen all that money come in.
And she had
They're
them mushrooms
hustlers.
on her.
Mm.
Yeah, she had
But
them
that goes up
mushrooms
what
on her.
the mother was just saying. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna rewind it. Thank you for saying that, plug.
I don't need protection.
I know.
Cause she been with some wild ass people already. She been in some
Yeah.
situations already. And her
She
mom's
knows she's
Yeah.
obviously knows.
scrappy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was out there going on dates, little girl. What the fuck is
Right.
Dude,
going on?
$2,500. She was selling her no square for $2,500 a pop. And that right there, I Googled it. I looked it up. That's top tier. That's what the rappers are paying for women.
That's
And like
sick
Diddy was
shit.
paying. It is sick.
Sick shit. But the fact that she's so young and so willing to go there with those, she's got like some.
Already.
Yeah, she's
Never
got tools
never
that
mind what she got end up doing in the
80s
future,
hookers don't
right?
even have. You know what I mean? She's using. It's crazy, man. She's fucking 17. Well, she's 18 now, but she was doing this 16, 17.
Yeah, who knows
And
what
the,
she's
and the
capable of
parents was with
now
it,
or in the
bro.
future. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's sick, bro. Allegedly.
Laughing at you. I'm laughing at the cat.
Is that mommy?
No, it's Stitch. Follows me all over the place. Finish one of the things.
Oh,
You hear?
her?
Yeah.
She's so cute. I miss her.
She's getting better. She's not so like vicious. You know what I mean? She'll still like when you're petting her and you'll go to
They're
leave, she'll slide
vicious.
at
They
you.
talking
She'll,
about the dog, bro. The dog used to be vicious too because it probably wasn't fucking
This shit
trained or
is
raised right. You know what I mean? It was raised by
this,
some psychopaths.
this is giving me like Adam's Family vibes, man. On the low.
Yo.
want you to stop. But calming down a little bit. A little bit.
I really miss the cat so much.
Yeah, I know you do.
There's a
I'm going to
cat.
send you pictures, but I don't want you to be... Oh, I can't send you pictures. I only send you
No,
emails.
whatever.
I was going to send you like a little video. I can do like a
I
30-minute
should have knew
video, I
they were
think.
cat. Yeah, never mind.
Listen, when
I
you're
need
when
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
in,
yeah.
when you're in jail, man, you miss everything. Man. You miss everything that you hated. Everything you miss it all. So
Yeah, of course.
she could have hated that cat. Probably tried to kill that shit already 3
That's
times.
right. It's so
So
vicious.
yeah, come on, bro.
You could send me a video?
I think. I don't know. I got to look through it. Because I think I can. I got to look through and see what my options are. I can't text. I can't snap and save. So I'm kind of going through and seeing what I can and can't do.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm about to go back to sleep when I get off the phone.
Yeah, does she ever sleep, that lady? When does she sleep?
She sleep right now, so it must take her like 48
Oh.
hours to go to sleep, and she better stay asleep the whole fucking day. I'm dogging her the fuck out today if she keeps being annoying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's so irritating. Like, I don't like her at all.
How old is she?
I don't know. Like, grown as fuck. Like 30 probably or some shit. Like, bitch,
Oh
you're
my
grown
God,
as
she's
fuck.
staying
Like,
there.
Whoa.
When is she gonna wake up and have respect for her elders in that in
Right,
the
never.
system?
Oh, never plug. This is only gonna get worse, bro. And the way she's talking, like she's already gonna get into some shit. You can see it coming. You can hear it coming. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen. So if they pacify this little girl and allow her to get away with this, eventually it's gonna happen where she's either gonna get fucked up really bad, or she's gonna be the
She's
toughest,
gonna end up
smallest little
killing
fucking
someone.
bitch in
Right.
there, and they gonna all listen to. Yo, listen, man.
You don't gotta You don't gotta be big. All it takes is a knife. She could end up poking somebody someday. You never know. You don't know what she's capable of
Not
or what
even
she
her
already did.
energy. Her energy is all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's unpredictable. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
And cocky at the
um,
same time. It's crazy.
and she's stupid. So that's
No
that's that's a
facts.
lot of danger in itself. You know what I mean? So
Big
anybody who's
facts.
trying to go home, or I'm just passing by, or whatever. Listen, she's possibly gonna run into some. I'm talking about real killers. I'm talking about
Yeah,
females
of
that have
course.
dismembered and chopped up bodies and all that. So there's going to be a difference between the two levels of killing. You know what I mean? Or
Course.
unaliving, as you should say. So she's going to be at the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
All day?
yes.
Wow.
She's
That's
crazy
intense.
as fuck.
Yeah, that's
They
intense.
keep the people like that locked the fuck up.
That's intense because she's in there all day and she's still like super polite like that. Like she doesn't even know basically where she is. That's crazy.
No, like, it's giving, like, girl, like, she doesn't understand, like, her brain don't work, I don't think, like.
No, that's
Yo, the
messed
mother
up.
sitting here shitting on the mentally ill. Like,
So
no.
if I get found, like, guilty of
Crazy.
anything tomorrow, so what's gonna happen?
Kenzie, I don't know.
Like, am I going straight to Marysville, or, like, do I have a sentencing? Like, I'm confused.
I don't know, baby. I don't know. This is something I never in a million years thought we'd be having to deal with or go through, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would be the one to just get, like, fucked up and, like, not like that, like, get fucked over.
It's not your fault.
What the
Whoa.
fuck?
Yo.
Yo, what do you mean? It's not your fault. All the things that she decided to do are what got you where you are now.
Yeah.
So
Well,
whose
she's
fault is it
enabling
then?
that. She's gassing her up, man. She, like you say, she created the monster, bro. And she outgrew, you know what I mean, her teacher. You know what I mean? Now she's punking the moms and shit.
She is. She's definitely running circles around her. But her moms are trying to keep her corralled at the same time, like on
Yeah. Doing her
this is,
best.
I guess, right? Fucking
I
sick
mean,
shit.
her best. Not
They're
the best, but
the sickest. You know what I mean?
Not your fault.
I know, but it would be, everyone would try to make it seem like that and would try to make me go to
Not
jail
your
my whole life.
Just got wrapped up with the wrong family, really.
Yeah, it's like this.
This is sick. This is so fucking sick. And I
Yeah,
just want to
sick
say,
shit. Sadistic.
rest in peace to the two boys, man. Rest in peace to the victims, because it seems like,
Yeah,
once again, this is like the Wade syndrome,
right.
bro.
Yeah,
It's like outshining the victims and playing the
right.
victim like there's some sort of big
Yeah,
conspiracy of why the fuck it is that
facts.
you got crammed when you did
Yeah,
it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
facts. Rest in
this
peace to the
is,
victims. Condones to the families, as always. Salute.
yeah, man. Come on, man.
They suck. That is fuck. I don't like them.
No.
They're weird as fuck. Like,
These are people that let you stay in their house, which I don't agree, by the way. I don't know. That shit was too much for me. I would never. That's not okay. You know what I mean? But whatever. But they still, sick shit does sick shit. This is some sick shit. You know what I mean? But
District. Yeah.
you still stood in somebody's house. How you gonna talk shit? I don't know. I'm old school. Let me shut the fuck up.
Yep. Terrible people, I know. We will see, and then we'll just deal with whatever.
do you remember when one of my friends got that like voicemail from like the drug enforcement, the DEA?
Yeah.
And I showed Miss Russo because I wanted to like protect Angela because like I knew Angela was like
Right.
selling drugs.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't that
So,
nice?
Just threw Angela
They
under
wrapped
the
up
bus.
with the DEA and they.
But they trying to tell she's a squirming little bitch, bro. She'll fucking
And
try to get out of anything and no accountability whatsoever, bro.
and bro, you notice the mother's usually so strict not to talk on the phone. Be careful, don't talk on the phone. She's constantly consistent about being careful talking on the phone. But this here,
But
not at all. Opposite.
over time, that shit goes out the window. The comfortability sets in, to life. You know what I mean? You're already
Well, I think it's like you
accepting.
said, they're throwing someone else under the bus, so they're more freely to talk. But when it comes to her, you know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying.
and then she wanted to like she sent it to the police like and then left out the part where I like said like I'm worried for Angela. That's interesting.
Wait, Mackenzie, I cannot. I'm so sorry.
That's just so interesting. Like I love how they just like to leave out like little bits of information. Like
Sure, of course. Yep. Because it doesn't fit their narrative. It's just terrible, terrible, terrible people. I'm sorry.
that's just so irritating. I fucking cannot.
But
I want to come back in like 10 years if she's still alive, right? And I want to see what the growth is. Is it worse?
I was
Or
gonna
did it?
say, does she get much worse, or does she turn her life around? This is gonna be
Does
crazy.
she start seeing things clearly? Yeah, like what
Right,
the
right.
fuck?
We're gonna
Where's
see.
the empathy, man? Where's the accountability for self? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no
Where's the
sympathy at
accountability?
all.
yeah. But the response online, like people are like, well, it could have been this, it could have been that, it could have been this, it could have been that.
People are all saying that.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
So people don't think it was my fault.
There's a lady. No, the one was like, I don't think it was intentional. No, that's what the general consensus has become. Because it's because it wasn't.
We should have done a jury.
No, because there's still other people that are like, I don't care. She did this, this, and this, and she should get the death penalty. Like that person doesn't know you, but that's how some people are talking. So nope, you made the right choice.
Is it more good or more bad?
It's more good. It's better now. Okay? It's better now. You made the right choice. Okay? And remember, this is only like, what?
I've just been like dealing with this shit for so long and it's like draining so bad. Like I learned like
You
I'm
made
not
the right
like, okay.
Yeah. But you did make the right choice. The thing I'm talking about is only a conversation between like 5 people. Okay? And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks anyway, because they don't know anything about anything.
I don't know.
You don't know
They seen the evidence that they had.
No, they didn't though, because they only saw what the media reported. Remember, we know how the media reports, right?
Yeah,
they didn't see everything.
What was I gonna say? There was like a headline where it was like girl charged with like murdering like 2 males in cars, some weird ass shit. Like they made the headline weird as fuck. Like
Exactly. And the church thing is still on there.
the church charges.
Yeah, it's still on one of the, I think, Channel 19 or something, which is so asinine.
And girl, like, I did not break into that church. I don't give a.
Church? You broke into a church? You're demonic, lady. Holy shit. A church? Listen, man. Listen. Ooh, that's wild.
Don't you
I did
didn't?
not break into that church. I was in the car. How am I?
I know.
They don't know if I wanted to leave. Listen, why the fuck would I be in the car if I didn't want to leave? Like,
Judy, I do. You recorded it. You were like, I just want to go. Can we leave? I don't want to be here. Don't touch anything. Don't break anything. I just don't want to be here. I have that. They don't know anything. Nobody knows anything.
yeah, like the only charge that like I think that like I shouldn't even be charged with it though, like because it was Dom's. But like I understand I have to take that fucking bullshit. The fucking drugs.
Oh.
Oh, whoa. So I think I see what's happening here. I think they know, Ronnie, you're onto something.
Y'all
They
had
know
bad
they're
reception for a minute, y'all. I didn't even hear what it said neither. My
all
bad.
right. So now they're just going into like pretty much what she's done. She said that she wasn't a part of breaking into a church. She was sitting in the car, and then she started talking about Dom. Dom is
The boyfriend.
rest
Rest in peace.
But she's basically throwing him under the bus, saying that he was involved with some sort of drugs.
Wow.
So my thing was, I was going back to what you said earlier. They're really nonchalant about saying all that shit on the recorded line, and
When
I
it
think
comes
it
to
goes
other
with
people, right?
I think it goes along with the story of when it does come out, something like this, it becomes a topic of discussion. You know what I mean? It kind of
Trying to
discredits.
steer the narrative. Yeah.
It discredits the boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is
Credibility.
This little bitch is demonic, bro.
Which is irrelevant at the
That's
time.
irritating.
And he should have known better too, and that makes me mad. I'm mad at him for that. Telling you that you can't get in trouble, so just to hold everything.
He always told me that. He always had me hold everything.
I know.
See, they shitting on Dom right now.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what it is that you said. They know they're being recorded, and the nonchalant is to set the narrative and kind of like destroy the character.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like this is wild, but this is Wade shit. This is so close to what
shit.
This is crazy.
Sick shit.
That's because you were a minor, and he was using you for that. I don't even know if it was like a bad thing, or I don't think he was doing it to be bad or mean, but he was just, he was young and stupid too, you know?
Now she's trying to clean it up. Man, we've heard you speaking for the last 3 calls. We already know what you got going on already, man. You can't clean this shit up. You ain't say rest in peace to him. Nothing. I ain't hear no compassion, sympathy, empathy, nothing. Not even a chord of heartstrings.
Yeah, not even a smidge of guilt. Yeah,
nothing.
I know. Kevin, everybody knows.
No remorse.
And by the way, that person talking online, they think it's a girl who's going off the rails because they called Jaina a bald-headed bitch.
Yo. I think I know who it is. But I'm not gonna say. I think I know who it is.
It's the Bad Girl Club kind of scenario. Like, they had to be watching that shit together, bro. This is like gossip between 2 girls, like two teenagers. This is sick, bro. You don't raise your children to be your friend. What the fuck is this, bro?
Do you think it's a girl too?
Yeah.
Because Facebook, like, how many boys do you know call a girl a bald-headed bitch?
I just feel like I know who it is.
I don't know.
Narrow it down.
She just giggled like she was a high school fucking girl, man. Are you kidding me?
It's because every parent, it's a parent's worst fear that their kid won't talk to them again. That's why she's acting like that.
Listen, man, if Rita had some fucking control over the situation and she, was, raising a child for the betterment of society, this would not be fucking taking place. But she's not conscious of herself. She's still got a lot of insecurity and complexes that she's trying to overcompensate for, you know what I mean? So this shit right here is a disaster. Can't be your child friend, and then at the same time, you're not even pitching nothing positive. Like, you're not even trying to steer. It's just a little bit to
away
the right
from the
direction.
negativity.
Yeah, right. It's all negative. It's all fuck shit. All fucking gossip bullshit, bro.
Who it is too.
They're posting it everywhere.
Because what friends like did I hang out with Davion and Dom with? Like it was like it was only like I can only think of one girl
Maybe.
that would like be with like me, Davion, and Dom.
Yeah, how old is this woman, Merle? What is her age? She
The
can't
moms?
be. She got to be maybe what? Almost in what 30s?
I don't know. She don't even sound like a mother. They sound like gossip girls.
They sound like sisters or some shit.
Crazy.
Yeah,
You have to ask them if it was them.
I will. Okay. I'll call. I'll make a personal phone call. Leave no record of that conversation. I'm glad it came out though because it was 100% right.
Yeah, that's true as fuck.
Yes.
And like, yeah, I speak.
Yo, she is trying so hard to be like that, baby. Like she just sounds just like her, man.
Everybody speaks though. Like everybody speaks. I don't understand.
What?
Like, they're making it seem like they don't speak.
That's how.
What?
Everybody drives fast, like everybody speeds. She's like trying to
And like,
deflect.
yeah, I speak. Everybody speaks though. Like everybody
Yeah.
speaks.
Nobody. That's ridiculous. Not everybody speeds like
Not
that.
everybody's intentionally crashing a car
That's
into
how
the fucking
Davion
wall.
drove. That's only how Davion drove. So excuse me.
Whoa. See, there's no accountability. Yo, this is the sick shit that fucking pisses me off. Because there's no accountability for what it is that took place. It's always somebody else. It's somebody else. Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, they deflect. It's delusional. It's crazy. They just
Yeah,
don't give a fuck.
they got the fucking
Psychopathic tendencies and shit.
the steel shield out, deflecting and reflecting shit. It's crazy, man. Where's the accountability? Holy shit.
It was a car boy.
I know.
So
I know. So don't worry. However this goes tomorrow, one foot in front of the other, and we'll deal with the next step.
I think they're banking on the fact that they're listening to this fucking call right here.
Yeah.
Whatever the next step is.
Yeah.
Whatever the next step is, though, Kenzie, you are going to be okay, right? Well, check you out. You survived juvie. You're surviving county, right? Right? That's what I mean. Like, and Marysville is apparently. That's what I'm saying.
But
if you got to go back, I don't either. And if you have to go back to juvie, then you know how that is. It's whatever. But
that's delusional. Back to juvie.
Because you know, 1 minute.
Yo, I was thinking the same shit. Hold on.
Whatever.
I was thinking the same shit. Like they don't say juvenile hall. They just keep saying juvie. Like they hip to this shit. You know what I mean? I was thinking that from the start of this call.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. This is wild.
What happens next? You got it. And we'll deal with it as it comes. But you are going to be okay. And you're making friends everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Because you're an amazing person.
Yeah, I help people everywhere.
You're an amazing person. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing.
But what did you tell your kid that? All right, let's stop the bullshit, DVS. I'm done with this shit. Give me my
But she ain't
fucking
saying
mic.
mind their business. She's saying like make friends. Like she's in a dangerous environment.
But she's saying that because she can make friends and she's so friendly and charismatic.
Yeah,
and
she'll be all right.
She's such a good person.
DVS, you know damn well you'll be telling your kid she's a good person if she was locked up.
Yo, listen, if my fucking kid did some shit that's fucked up, that's fucking stupid shit like this, bro, I'm going to fucking wow out, bro. That's crazy. No way in the world am I going to be fucking, you're an amazing person. Yo, you just killed 2 fucking people for no reason. And you fucking survived. Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy, bro.
You want to hit her with you're an amazing person that made a bad decision?
Not after all this shit. If she was on a positive note, bro, this is all fuck shit. She's a fucking she's a cesspool of fuck shit, bro. She's far gone, bro. I think it's too late for her, bro. And I'm sad to say that, but yo, 2 people, 2, and then you're still trying to clean it up and make them look bad because you want some sympathy when you go to court tomorrow. This is sick, bro. There's no accountability, man. First and foremost, there has to be accountability. I haven't seen a fucking look at that shit. Nothing.
They
Y'all
But
talk
play
as
like
a
they're
parent,
besties.
DVS, you're not gonna continue to be on those calls.
With this fuck shit, hell no. Where's the accountability? There's still no accountability. She's too far gone, bro. You're wasting your fucking time unless you want something to do. Her mother wants something to do, bro. She listen, she should be trying to drill her in her head with the fucking when are you gonna take accountability? Because I don't hear any of it. I don't hear anything. And she's actually enabling and fucking giving her fucking story. She's leading. If you really want to fucking be real, bro, she's leading her to fucking look like she's innocent, bro. What do you mean?
So with the way that she turned out, would you say that these parents failed?
They failed
Absolutely.
themselves first and foremost. Definitely did because they
You want to know why, Pug? They're
perpetuated the
still
cycle.
failing. She's
Yeah,
still
they're
up
still
here.
failing. There's no
They,
growth. There's
they
nothing.
perpetuated the cycle, like you said. It's a good point, but they're still up here with the fuck shit. There's no fucking. It's just crazy. They're up here
There's
like they're besties instead of mother daughter. Like this, the concern is nowhere.
I just don't
Just about the
understand,
only
man.
concern is social media and how
Yeah, like
the narrative.
and lying to her daughter. She blatantly lies to her and feeds her bullshit. Like she's not. I know I said something on another call where she's being real, but I think that was just to kind of hook her and get her attention. But overall, man, she enables everything that happens with this little girl because not once does she cut her off and say, "Where's the accountability?" No, no, no. Because they know their daughter, bro. They've exposed so much
Yeah,
already that it's like you can't even try to play the great mom of the year and none of that shit, bro. It's over, bro. You fucking been doing this way before this. If she's been escorting and doing all kinds of craziness and riding around with drugs and you knew about this and you're
yeah.
enabling it, you're a part of the fucking problem.
Is there okay? Let me ask you though. Is there a way to prevent like? Okay, I don't know how to explain this. Like I'm trying to get to a point where none of our children have end up like this. So what did she do wrong? What did this mom do wrong?
What the father did wrong was that he chose the wrong woman, right? And then he didn't take leadership. If he did have this situation and he saw it and he could
Yeah, there's
have
no
changed it,
discipline.
he didn't take no leadership and say, "Yo, this is not okay. You can't live life like that. That's an evil characteristic. Don't do that because I don't want my daughter to turn out like this." Prime
Yeah,
example
moral,
up here.
morals,
So
integrity.
yeah, where's it really failed at Pops, to be honest with you,
Mhm.
because he never
Yeah,
squeezed his nuts.
supposed to
You know
be
what I
the man
mean?
of the house
And
type shit.
he allowed this chick to fucking do whatever she wanted with her daughter, and look what the
Created
fuck she
demon.
raised. Yeah, she created a fucking demon, bro. So I mean, I think that clears that up.
If Mackenzie was a rapper, would you look at her different?
Absolutely not. Why?
Well, I'm just taking notes to see the contradictions you have of covering other people and how you deal with your own
Listen,
personal life as well.
every situation is different, man. Every situation is different. You can't use the same formula for everything. You got to find a different way for that particular situation, and it's got to be unique to that situation. This right here, with the evidence that's been presented and what it looks like, this didn't just happen overnight. This is something that was created. This is something that was enabled, and it also, has a big play on the parents because the parents are the ones that's not right to think that, yo, this is what's possibly going to come out of what I'm doing and raising my child with these principles, morals, or no morals that are just fucking pacifying them. Um, this is what you're gonna get, and they never thought that far ahead, and they're just going with the flow, and they're sucking at it because when are they gonna say, "Yo, enough is enough"? Because obviously, two bodies ain't enough to stop the shit.
Mm.
So they're just as bad, bro.
Yeah, they're still with the bullshit.
Yeah, they're still with the shits, the fuck shit,
Still with the
all the way.
shit.
A job, kind of.
That's right.
But yeah, I had 1 minute left, so I just love you so much, Mom.
I love you too, baby.
I'll
I
call
love
you
you
guys
too.
next time I come out, and they know.
No, we got our video call at 9.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. I'll call you next time I come out. They know I got a video call at 9.
Okay.
But I love you so much, Mom.
Baby, I love you so much. I love you too.
What was that? That was a
I'll talk to you later.
squeeze.
So I have a call at 9:30.
I guess,
Yeah,
man.
that was a little, you know,
Starting to see some
passionate
things.
aggression.
Yeah.
8 and 8:30.
What? Cool.
But I love you
Yeah.
so much, Mom. I'll talk to you.
I love you too.
I'll talk to you at 9:30. I love you so much.
Yep. Thank
Yo,
you.
and
I love
note
you
that
too.
shows you, Plug,
Love you too.
real quick, that shows you she still looks at her like a baby. Cause she still sometimes, not all the times, usually she speaks to her like she's an adult, like she's a fucking friend, a sister, mostly her homegirl, right? But sometimes she still talks, she baby talks her. That's baby talk right there.
He's not coming back. Had enough? You certainly have my attention.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a zombie.
Yeah, what was you thinking? And your parents, they don't raise the demons. You be saying that it's not your fault. She got the wall like Miller Hall. She got raped in the showers, yeah, she woke up super dizzy. I think Mackenzie is the definition of Gen Z. She wants to tin pop. She wants to be around the other girls at cherry pop. It's your birthday, girl, and get the cherry top. You ain't no princess, then the cherry stop. You gon' get mopped by a bitch that look like carrot top. You kinda soft like your pops. You ain't never gonna get out, bitch. You gon' rot. They gon' hit her with that baby talk. They just wanna see her free and walk. Send me more money, mom. She gon' hit her with that baby talk. She gon' hit her with that baby talk. She gon' hit her with that baby talk. They just wanna see her free and walk. She pressed the wall like she's still on her heart. She ain't got a soul, yeah, she ain't got a heart. She ain't really there, yeah, she's not smart. She was outside tricking. She was outside tricking. She's selling all her no square. Cause her fucking parents not there. And if they was, they don't really care.
This was the last time we would ever see Mackenzie Shirilla driving normally before the murders. Mackenzie thought she was going to get away with it, but she overlooked one major detail. Dom had real friends, and those friends were all connected on an app called Life 360. That app tracked their exact movements, and when investigators looked at the data, it proved something chilling.
All right, so you have Life 360 so that you were able to track the phone? How fast?
It shows the top speed where they broke.
About 90 miles an hour, I heard.
It says exactly 90.
Yeah,
it said they didn't hit
there was
the brakes.
no hard braking
Right.
until, like, it'll show you when they hard brake, and that was when they hit the wall. It didn't
Okay.
even say they hard braked when they hit the sign. Yeah.
Right, they probably didn't. They probably...
So this is how accurate it is.
Okay.
I just want to show you.
Oh, no, explain it.
So
yeah.
this is when they were going down Progress Drive, and then you know how there was, like, tire tracks before it, like on that side grass? So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those two rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up. But she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
Was 90 miles per hour.
So it said it's a recording. Does that play?
So
I mean, what does it mean? Or just
how it works,
screenshots?
It's just a tracker.
Yeah, it's like my parents have me in a circle so they can see where I go, and it just follows you wherever you go.
And Davion had us in
Yeah, we had we had a bunch of us. We had all of our friends in it. Like Davion was in it too. We can literally see where Davion has been.
So I don't know if you guys
however
know.
long you need to know.
Okay.
Like, we can show you where he
I don't
was
know
at.
if you guys know they were at a party before this.
We do have information as to other places they were going to. I'm not sure what the detectives have, but they know they have statements from other people of parties that they were potentially at.
So they were at Paul Burling house. I don't think their parents knew about the party, but I can be wrong.
Okay. If you guys want, I will let you guys write statements.
Okay.
And you can write down.
Is there anywhere I can like send screenshots?
Absolutely. I will give you. I'll write down my email. And you can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I
Okay.
wish I was there.
Okay. Hey, any information you have that can help us out to help try and sort out and get a better understanding of what happened is helping us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you my email.
But there was the fact that they might have been on psychedelics.
Okay.
So Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like a 8-hour to 12-hour, like
You cannot sleep.
yeah, you cannot sleep. All right.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's my email, so you can just send everything right there.
All right.
But yeah, if you guys want to write down what you know, and then just put down how you know it, whether you were told that directly by them, it was something you directly heard, or if someone else was you're hearing it third party, because that's information that the detectives are going to want to know. Because
I texted Davion. He texted me at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And it says that they crashed at 5:36.
So he texted you right before they crashed.
So and you can
it shows him.
it shows on this app Davion was on his phone at 5:35.
Okay.
So it was like almost like he was like a hostage in the car.
Like I don't
Like
know.
because everybody.
What did he? Can you send me the text messages that he sent you at that?
I was on vacation at the time. If you want to see it, it's just.
What I'm saying, if you want to screenshot those, screenshot me the text messages you were having.
Okay.
Screenshot me the full route.
Yeah.
That it shows, and then if you want those key points, like the point that you know you're getting a text message from at the time, screenshot those, and then we can put it all. Like I go, you can send me 100 million pictures, whatever you want to do to try and give us a better map. Because if we have all those pictures in a line, we have the full timeline. We can expand it. We can get a better understanding with speeds and all that. Everything that you're telling me.
Yeah.
And then if you want to write it down, you can write it down too.
Because like he got on the phone at what time?
I texted
literally not even a minute before the crash.
A minute
he
before.
texted one person just so he can like.
I sent him
kind of say something as fast as he possibly can.
What did he say when he texted?
I was on vacation. I was in Colorado, and I sent him this picture. And he
that's
said,
the picture.
Yeah, he said that goes crazy, like the picture.
Yeah.
And then I responded at 7:30 in the morning, but it's too late at that point. So.
But he did text someone out saying "I love you" like around 3 in the morning.
I don't know.
He's. I know he texted his father. Yeah.
He texted his father. I heard he texted a friend too.
Hey, I'm in the lobby talking to some witnesses from the crash, fatal.
Just write. Oh yeah, I'll hang on. You write down.
I'll write everything.
All right, well,
I'll send you everything too. I got you.
But we're really good friends with the family. And, like I'm friends with the neighbors of the family. I mean, he's adopted.
Right.
His parents are on vacation though, and we were gonna reach out to you guys to see if we can do anything arrangement wise with him, and because the family's gone for a while and they can't get back. So, if we get permission from the family to kind of see him and
arrange to see him. I mean, whatever you guys work with the family, that's with us actively involved in the investigation. There's certain things that we we'll have to stop or prevent just to preserve the integrity of what's going on.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if they're giving you guys permission to do stuff on their behalf, I mean, we're not going to step in your way. And so most of that stuff, once our investigation is done, everything's going to be released to the family.
Yeah.
So once the family is in charge of it,
had contact with them?
I'm sure that we have. Okay. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I'm a work afternoon shift. I start at 3:00. This all happened long before I got here. The day that happened, we were coming for the St. Joseph and John picnic. I'm on a SWAT team, so I had the armored car over there.
Yeah.
And they were doing notifications. So nothing was released into the media until after the family was contacted. That's why it took so long.
To, tell you guys that we got permission.
If you talk to the family, if the family wants to do anything, I mean, if they contact us, that would be the best because we can ensure that it's the best wishes of the family.
Yeah.
But as of right now, the investigation in and of itself I'm not involved in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this information from you guys, have you guys write out everything that you're telling me, everything that you know that can help us, have you put it down on paper, and then just like send me all those messages, and I'm going to forward all that to my detective.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say, hey, listen, I met with you guys today, which I'm going to get your information down in a minute, spoke to you real quick, got your statements, got your photos, and I'm going to hand it off to him.
Yeah.
He's the one that's been working this case since the start. I mean, since we found out about it, he's been working on it.
Is there any way we can talk to him or not?
He's not here. He's not here right now. He went home at 4.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm just helping get this stuff to him. I will actually call him as soon as I'm done talking to you guys and let him know who I talked to and give him a heads up so that when he comes in the morning that he's got more screenshots, he's got more information.
A meeting with him or
yeah, absolutely. I'll give you, what's it, because I'll be getting your information, I'll have your name, phone number, if he wants to talk to you guys directly, because he'll have more, he knows what he's been working on so far, so he may have specific questions that he would want to ask you guys that I don't know.
I know. Good enough to the point where we know he wouldn't put himself in that spot.
Okay.
He's not like the other kids where you guys just see like if they're smoking weed or doing hardcore drugs. He's not like that. That's why it's just like crazy to
Right. I mean, this isn't, no one would have expected to wake up that morning and find out that someone they cared about was gone.
In the middle of vacation, I came back as fast as I could. I was like, the first thing I looked at was like 360 stuff I knew. I was like, this is going to be like, we're going to make sure.
Right.
And like maybe, I don't know if you guys got his phone or anything, maybe we know something.
They've collected everything they can that was in the car that was salvageable. I don't know if they have his phone. I would say
the phone.
I can't tell you anything about any of that. I know the phone was there because it's tracking.
Operational enough to get tracked from the spot.
Right. So then it's probably they probably have it.
When I woke up, I saw Davion was in the police station, and I was like, "What do you do now?"
Okay.
And then I got the news.
So yeah. Well, then we have his phone. If you're pinging at our police station, then we have his phone.
So it's off now, we can get a hold of his phone. Maybe we can get more information.
Yeah, until they're not gonna release that phone to anybody. Yeah, that I can tell you right now. That phone's not gonna get released to anybody until the investigation is done. Until they've gotten because the thing is, what resources you have to get in there, we have probably 100 different more.
Yeah. And you guys probably saw him like 360 at that point.
That's why I said I knew he'd gone 90 miles an hour.
Right.
We've had some information on it, but the thing is, I don't know if our detectives got it from his phone or if they got it from someone else that was also in the group that's telling us what you're telling us.
Yeah, there's like crazy rumors like the girl like didn't like she was just messing with her boyfriend. She would fight with him all the time and like swear up and down that they'll kill themselves both. And like we feel like Davion was just a victim of it.
Right.
Like they had their issues.
Like I said, put all that down. Everything that you know. I have another pen.
Right, just ready to go.
Does it? Yeah, good. I don't have a problem. Like I said, as long as the bottom information. I mean, I'll get. If you guys want to put it together and then you guys both sign it saying that it's both your statement, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Instead of reading the same thing twice, it's fine by me. But I'm just while I'm saying, do you guys have your driver's license or on you or anything like that? That's not a big deal. I would just go off the driver's license, but I'll just have you tell me your names.
My name's Husni Ahmad, Husni.
SNI, you said?
And then AHMAD.
What's your date of birth?
10/27/2000.
And do you know your social?
No, it's been a minute since I said it. I usually remember it. It's crazy.
Not a problem.
A lot, you know.
Mind if I call my dad and ask him what my social is?
You're more than welcome, yeah. And like I said, if you don't want to give me that information, that's fine. I mean, it's easier for me to look it up that way.
Can I just give you the last 4 when it comes to my time too? Because I know my last 4 digits my social. I just don't know the rest.
It won't let me look it up by the last 4. Either you know all of them, or we don't have to put any because I can just put name and date of birth. I can find it that way. Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Driver's license because I just write the driver's license number down. It makes. I want to make sure that when I collect the information from my detectives, I collect the right thing. Because if someone says John Smith and I write down the wrong digit on a birthday, and I'm going to pick up 12 different guys that are not the right one. All right, what's your name?
Tyler Croy. LERCROY. And my date of birth, March 2nd, 2004.
And your, what's your middle initial?
P.
And phone number for you, Todd. All right. Yeah, go ahead. Write out, like I said, whatever, like I said, everything that you know that will help us, that, you know, going along with this, as much as you want to write. Like I said, and then after that, just, email me all those screenshots. Just blow up my email. Make me feel important.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't mind, I'll walk away for a minute so you guys could just write down what you need. I'm gonna get some business cards for you so that if you need to call me or anything like that, and then I'm gonna put down the detective that I know who's handling it. That's one working on it. He may be more. There may be more than one, but I'll give down the one I'm gonna be calling later. In fact, I'm gonna call him now while I'm in the other room and see if there's anything specific that I can help him out with today. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna leave unless you guys want it's gonna close anyway.
Recording.
Oh, you keep that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's right through it. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Is that good enough?
Yeah, no, that's good. Like I said, I've already contacted Detective Huzu, and he says he is going to call you. He said he's obviously not working right now. He went home earlier, but he will call you tomorrow, most likely set up something. I mean, this is very critical information.
You guys gotten, or?
Like I said, I don't know what he's been working on this thing since the start. Since Sunday morning, he came in right away and started working this thing.
And it makes sense with that app. It's just like, if the kid was in the back seat, they were dating, they're having problems, like they're fighting, she got mad. She's always like, there's lots of people that have come up to me and said they've always fought, like everybody, like I can probably pull a lot of witnesses to say that and testify for that. They've always fought, they've always argued over retarded stuff, and maybe they were fighting, they were on the psychedelics, and she hit the gas, the floor, and it shows you that they literally hit the gas right when they got into that area. They were driving fine for like 15 minutes.
Right.
How all of a sudden you drive good for 15 minutes, you drive bad for like 2 minutes.
Right.
And you're 5 minutes away from the house.
Right.
And he was staying at Dominic's house.
Right.
His parents were on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just, like, that's what we're stuck around right
Right. You're trying to wrap your head around some understanding of why this thing happened.
You can see where the tire tracks were before they even entered like the area where they crashed, and Flight 360 shows that exactly.
Right.
Like, so, like, how accurate is this app?
Yeah, the app is extremely. I was actually just talking to one of the other guys, and like, man, when my kid's old enough to drive,
I told him,
I'm gonna be putting that on my phone. Yeah,
like when I have
that's a
kids,
phenomenal app.
always, like 100%.
Yeah, my little kid's 4, so he doesn't have a phone yet. But when he's getting a phone, he's getting that app on
For
there.
real, the first app like to be installed, and like thank God, like his parents didn't have it on his because they kind of gave him some more trust, and they're like, "Go ahead, you're good. Like you're an adult now." And but he always kept it with his friends, and yeah, it's just crazy and it's tragic that like one good kid, like I mean they're all good kids, but one good kid that just didn't do any of that stuff and just was in the wrong crowd at that time.
Right.
It was just wanting a place to stay.
We're gathering all the information we can. Like I said, I wish I had more information for you. Again, I'm not in charge of that. I'm not a detective. I'm just a supervisor in charge of the shit. They had us, had a supervisor come out and talk to you guys. We need to show up from because this is how important this is.
Yeah.
We make sure we get all the best information and we get it right to the guys. We have access to the rooms. Other officers could take this report, could take the information from you guys, but we have access to get it right to the detective a lot quicker.
That makes
so
much better.
again, I've already talked to him. I've already told him that I talked to you guys, and that's why he said, hey, he goes, I appreciate that they're going to be doing one statement together, but I would like to have more and more individualized paper.
Like, I knew like most of this stuff, like that they would fight and like their relationship with each other, and that Davion was just like he was one of my close friends. Like I was his boss at a time.
Where did you guys work together?
I was the GM at Papa John's, and he was one of my employees, and I knew his family, and me and him and his best friend, we became really good close friends with each other. We'd work on our cars.
Right.
I gave a speech out for him the other day.
Okay. You were at the vigil?
Yeah, I was the one that hosted it.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't sure who hosted it. I just knew that we were sending guys down there to make sure that you guys were okay and had what you needed.
And it went pretty smoothly, right?
I'm glad you guys were able to do that for you.
Yeah. It was, it's just crazy. But yeah, I'll look forward to his call.
Yeah, I'll, like I said, I'm just waiting for Tyler to be done, and once he's done, like I said, I'm gonna go back, give the detective another phone call, let him know that I have everything, and then I'm gonna be, getting it right onto his desk, so that when he comes in the morning, he'll have it right away. Again, he'll contact you guys and let you know when, actually not let you know, but find out when it's good for you guys to come up again, and he'll talk to you guys, because he might have, like I said, he probably has a bunch of other stuff that I have no idea.
Drugs might not even be a factor, let's say, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they crashed because they got mad, right?
Right.
There's no or they're trying to race or trying to hit the gas, but it doesn't make sense that he was on his phone. If someone was like on their phone, they're not paying attention to their
right. I understand what you're saying.
If he was trying to join in it and let's go fast.
Right. If he was party to it, he wouldn't be playing on his phone.
Yeah, he wouldn't be on it.
Right.
And so it was either a fighting factor. It was either a fighting factor and the drugs, or it was just probably the drugs. Which honestly, I think it was the fighting. Because they said that she took a nap before she left. But again, if it's psychedelics, which we think they were on, 8-hour, 12-hour range. Mm-hmm. And even after that, you're probably not even good. So that's, I don't know. If once the blood test comes back, though, that's what's going to tell us.
Right. Like I said, the detectives are working on all that. Like I said, I wish I had more information. I'm right now just collecting it for them so they can help work through their case and their investigation. So.
Yeah. And we're just trying to get it all done for his parents, so they don't have to,
Right.
So they don't have to deal with that.
Do you know when they're coming back?
They haven't set a date.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you. I knew you were talking to them. I wasn't sure if you.
They have 40 family members on vacation with them right now. Okay. So it's hard to just get everybody out. I guess at the same time.
Totally understand.
I guess they're just not in their position, so I can't really say anything for them.
All set? Awesome, thank you.
We're all good here.
Yeah, you're all set. Like I said, you guys have the business cards.
Yeah.
The detective is I'm gonna get this right on his desk. I was telling him, get it right on his desk. I've already called him once. He's gonna be calling you probably tomorrow sometime, trying to set up a better interview with you, because he said he's got more people talking to him, more statements, collecting everything. He's probably gonna want to get his head around all that stuff, and then he'll make phone calls. And then whenever it's convenient for you guys to come up, he'll talk to you.
Okay.
But appreciate you guys coming. Oh, and those screenshots.
Oh yeah, I'll send them as soon as I get you.
Just take your time. Just blow up my email.
From when they left
Right.
the house, and then
Yeah. Like I said, anything you can keep giving me, blow it up.
Like a text message we can just send?
I can send the email.
I gave you the email. It'd probably be easier because I can just take that whole email and forward it right to him. Or because it's in the computer system, I can download every picture, put it in a folder, so that when he comes in, he's just got to look at the folder. It's just there.
Yeah.
So, and that would be easier for me. And I'm here till 10:30 tonight. So I'll keep going and I'll keep checking. So send as many as you need. And for some reason, if I don't see anything in the next hour and a half, I'll call you and ask you if you sent me anything. Because this way, if you have been sending them and they aren't coming through, we need to figure out why they're not coming through. Sound good? All right, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Mackenzie Shirilla, the 18-year-old who drove herself, her boyfriend, and friend into a wall at over 100 miles per hour, killing them both, is now serving several life sentences in prison. And with the very recent release of her personal jail phone call recordings, where she shows zero remorse, only cares about the approaching canteen day when she can get snacks and paper and pens so that she can write her personal book. Many girls have now come forward who have either served time in the past with Mackenzie or are currently serving time with her in prison right now to tell their story of exactly how she's handling her time in there and some interesting things that she's had happen to her. I mean, slapped by her big mama prison girlfriend, high school-like popularity contests, her bizarre new prison side hustle, even an army of little fanboys sending her all their hard-earned dollars. All coming up. Let's get started. Now, first off, I would like to let you know I was given the personal cell phone number of Mackenzie Shirilla's mother, Natalie. And I called. Of course, it went to voicemail, like anyone would do if a random number calls you. Sent her a good, nice text. Tried to be respectful, just extending the invitation to do an interview if you'd like to, and let her know up front, hey, here's my channel. You can look at the videos I've already done about Mackenzie. Obviously, I don't really agree with her or you, but just putting that out there. And if you'd like to come, I will allow you to say what you want to say and tell your story. But I do got a couple questions for you. She read it 2 minutes after I sent it. Never got a response, so not surprised. But I'm sure she checked out my channel and has probably been watching these videos I'm doing on Mackenzie, like, oh my gosh, my daughter got violated in the shower. Don't worry, she didn't get violated. She, by all accounts, she enjoyed it. That's what she consented, and that's what she wanted. She's having a good old time in there, Mom. Let's move on to a further, more extensive update I got from this person who is a community member of this channel, a viewer of this channel, Matt. But really the info was coming from his friend who is locked up, named Erica Rowe. If you watched my previous video, we already pulled up her information, confirmed that she's in the same unit, pulled up her mugshot, her charges, everything. She's in there for life, murder, and a lot more things. So Erica Rowe, she's in there with Mackenzie, and she already gave us just a little tidbit of what's going on. You know, she's got, she's in the shower. She had a train apparently ran on her by these two black female inmates that she was totally down with, using homemade, prison-made, kind of like how guys make shanks. Apparently the female inmates in there make toys, if you catch my drift. Aside from that, you know, COs, the corrections officers, they hate her. She's very disrespectful. She's got a nasty mouth on her and an attitude, which you can probably guess from the phone calls if you've been following. And then as well, she's also been to solitary confinement for disciplinary reasons many, many times. Lastly, this is from the previous video. She walks around there like her booty don't stink because she gets, a good bit more money from her mama than the other inmates. But now we're going to get a little more insight into that, because now that we've confirmed everything and that she is, I was able to see she is in the exact unit as Mackenzie. I mean, obviously we know this holds weight. This is, so he talked to her again on the phone. And this is what he came back with. He says, so one of the big black girls that took part in the train running's name is Tiffany Ridley. And I went ahead and looked her up, confirmed her location, confirmed her incarceration in the same cell block and unit as Mackenzie Shirilla. Here's her picture. There she is. He said, that's exactly how you spell it too. Thanks for that. That helped me find her. The other one goes by the name Bands, but not sure what her actual name is. She got moved out of the unit as well. So from what Erica told me is that basically Mackenzie is a bank. She's like a golden goose, a cash cow to those two black girls. And they are from Cleveland as well. And they were in the county jail with her. So they were already kind of setting it up to extort her pretty much. But she is willingly giving up the goods, meaning, they're kind of extorting her for money, but she's willingly participating in these actions, these pleasurable acts. Okay. She is willingly giving up the goods. The corrections officers absolutely do not like her. They are constantly watching her because she's always getting disciplinary reports for just being disrespectful and not following the rules. And her mom isn't the only one sending her money. So now we're about to learn something very interesting. She's got a fan club of lame dudes sending her money as well. And I absolutely believe it. I mean, she's not the worst looking girl I've ever seen. She's, whatever. I mean, there's a bunch of doofuses out here who would probably see her and be like, oh my gosh, I could be the one as long as I buy her noodles and honey buns and Snicker bars. I'm sure she'll get parole in 15 years and then she can be my wife and I'll finally not be a virgin anymore. A bunch of losers supporting her, going to work, busting their butt for a paycheck, paying their rent, paying their bills, and then the little scrap of dollars they got left after, they're sending it all to her, thinking they're the only one, but there's probably hundreds of them. So she's got a lot of money coming in. That's what we're learning. I'm telling you, I said in my previous videos, just listening to her on the phone call, she is like the female Wade Wilson. And this even further solidifies it. Wade Wilson had an army of delusional women sending him money. Now you got an army of doofus loser men sending this girl money. For what? At least the delusional women with Wade could hide behind the lie that, hey, I think he's innocent. No one ever thought he was innocent. But, I think he's innocent, and so I'm supporting him because I think he's innocent, and that's why I sent money. These guys, ding dang well, they don't care. She could have committed the most, she could have went to these guys' house, stamped on their grandma's foot, spit in her eye, and slapped the chapstick off her lips. And they'd be like, you know what? You're kind of hot. Here's $50. Horny little losers. That's what they are. So he goes on to say, Ohio prisons, they call it, he just kind of clears some prison slang up for me. But he does say if she keeps going to the hole, which is solitary confinement for getting in trouble, if she's been so many times, if she keeps going, she's going to get sent to Dayton Correctional Institution, which is the level 3 female prison, which is probably the highest security, the most dangerous prison you can go to. So you're already getting smacked up at this less dangerous prison. Good Lord. Can't imagine what's going to happen to you at this level 3 prison. Erica told me a lot of the other inmates don't like Mackenzie because she acts self-entitled, which we already know that from the phone calls. So Big Bertha and Tiffany and the others are her protection in there. And yes, I asked about any altercation that she knows of. So apparently Big Tiffany smacked up Mackenzie one day because she was told to stay away from another inmate on the yard that Tiffany didn't like, mainly because Tiffany didn't want Mackenzie, getting buddy-buddy with her and giving her some commissary. That's all commissary that could be going to Big Tiffany. So any little crumb, any little Cheez-It out of a bag could have been one more Cheez-It in Big Tiffany's mouth, and Big Tiffany don't like that. So didn't want her giving her commissary and giving up the goods to other inmates. He finishes by saying Little Miss Killer is wrapped up in the prison life completely, and from the way she acts, there's no end in sight to that. Very interesting. But that's not all, folks. Let me play you a few snippets and clips of a long TikTok from a girl who is starting her own prison TikTok channel. I respect the hustle, but she was in there with Mackenzie Shirilla. What she has to say about Mackenzie being in some, how the whole prison turned into a popularity contest and how Mackenzie acts, about that. And then also what her bizarre new side hustle is in prison, which is a way she earns money. And apparently her product that results from her side hustle is in high demand. Take a listen.
But yes and no, she did not talk about it. Not to me. Now, there are girls in there, like I told you, she was cool with all the lifers. She could have easily opened up to them. I doubt it, though. Her mom was pretty adamant on that. If you heard the phone call with her mom was saying, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it on this phone. Don't talk about anything. So I doubt that she really talked about it. But yeah, there was no conversation about her case while she was in there. Not to me, at least. Then a lot of people touched on her mom. I told y'all that Mackenzie had everything possible in prison, and that is because of her mom. Period. I know she was really close to her mom. I know her mom. People in there would talk about it. In prison would talk about it. Her mom makes these pages on Instagram, free her, whatever. Her mom advocates for her to be out. Her mom makes her prison stay as peaceful and as nice as a prison stay can be. People wanted to know about her walking around prison with hickeys. Yes, honey. I don't really feel like I need to go into more detail about that. The girl was getting down. She had girlfriends. In prison, everyone knew why she was there. Everyone knew who she was. Everyone knew what she did and looked at her like, that bitch is crazy. Not in a we're scared of her crazy, because she was not intimidating at all, but in a way that's wow, you just threw your life away, and who just crashes their car into a building? But her head held high, would cut her little crop tops, would walk around with hickeys on her neck, because that's just what girls do. They get in there and go gay for this day, whatever. Literally, had everything that you can have that's, special or, outside world stuff in prison. She had it. Because her mom and her family made sure she was straight. They had money, so she was in there set. She would walk around, and she would make stuff, hats out of, distress. She would distress them, Urban Outfitters type hats. Full beat of makeup, full glam, nothing. She always had, the most expensive shoes, most expensive, clothes. Most expensive, if you could have a watch, jewelry, she had it, girl. She would make stuff. She was pretty, creative and, artsy. She would make bracelets and make jewelry, make that. She would sell them. And that was kind of, her hustle. But there is, women's prison is, a popularity thing. So it's really, being in high school. And Mackenzie was kind of popular in prison because she had to be there for a long time. So, people who are serving life sentences have, an unspoken level of respect. People are just coming in and getting out. We're renting an Airbnb and they're the homeowners, landlord, you know what I mean? So she was friends with the lifers. I do remember this one girl that she was really close with. Them two would walk around on the track literally every single day, and the other girl was a pretty girl, didn't look like she should be in prison either. Whatever, can't judge a book by its cover. They were like super tight, you feel me? And then one day you just see like Mackenzie slowly shifted to hang around only the lifers, like the people that were in there in life, people that had names, people that were known because they had been there for years, people that are cool with the COs, and that kind of like put her up in ranking, I guess, like at the prison. So she didn't deal with the other girl anymore, and I want to say it was about also another like female, like they were both like going back and forth like in a relationship, whatever. It was messy. You could like Mackenzie definitely had drama like in her little friend group. She was scary though. She would not fight. She was very quiet and timid, like if she didn't know you, but she definitely like walked around, like jumped like a teenager, you know what I'm saying, like living in a fantasy world, like still striving to be that it girl in prison that got her to be in this position in the first place. Like,
welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, thanks to the YouTube channel Phone Calls from Prison, a great friend of this channel, work together a lot, we have a brand new series of never before heard jail phone call recordings from Mackenzie Shirilla. If you're familiar with her, great. If not, PCFP was kind enough to include a quick rundown and recap of pretty much who she is and what she did and what's going on before we hear some good segments of call recordings today. And if you all like this and enjoy this, you know I'll be sure to keep reacting until we can't react anymore. You hear me? So let's get started. And here we go. I'm not even extremely, I know what she did, but that's about all I know. I know what crime she committed. Other than that, I really don't know anything. So I'm learning along with a lot of you. See what's going on. Whoa. Wow.
What you just witnessed was Mackenzie Shirilla driving her car into a wall at approximately 100 miles per hour. 3 people were inside the vehicle. Mackenzie, her boyfriend Dominic Russo, or Dom for short.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm sorry. This picture right here with the stacks of $10 bills and a couple 20s, it's already given me a little bit of context clues as to Mackenzie's character. Hate to say it.
Short and their friend Davian Flanagan. Mackenzie was the only survivor. Born in August 2004 and raised in Strongsville, Ohio, Mackenzie Shirilla was 2 days away from her 18th birthday at the time of the crash. She was a student at Strongsville High School and had been dating Dom for about 4 years. Witnesses stated that Dom had tried to end the relationship several times, but Mackenzie refused to let him go. During previous arguments...
Ma'am, what are you showing off? Your rotten deck?
Sometimes Mackenzie would show up at his house, demanding to be let in.
Key my car. Tell me to break the door. Key your car and do not let me in the house. You're going to key my car. If you don't let me in the house, yes. Dom, if you do not open, like you think I'm joking. You think I'm joking. You think I'm joking. Like I'm dead ass. What do you mean? You know it. That's exactly.
I'm getting female Wade Wilson vibes. Wilma Wilson. I'm getting girl Wade Wilson vibes already. For many reasons.
But I mean, it doesn't. You don't even know exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious problem.
Davion Flanagan was a friend to both Mackenzie and Dom. He partied with them the night before the crash. The next morning, Davion asked Mackenzie for a ride home. In the early hours of July 31st, 2022, Mackenzie drove her Toyota Camry into a brick house at approximately 100.
Whoa! Wow! What? It just doesn't even look like a car. It's like it looks like when you take the trash out and the bag splits open because you didn't take it out soon enough and there's too much in there and it just falls out. Wow! Holy crap!
100 miles per hour, taking the lives of Dominic and
Whoa.
Davian. Shortly after the crash, people were reportedly concerned about Mackenzie's lack of remorse when she started posting TikToks and attending Halloween parties.
Oh my gosh. This is after? So this is after you did that and you're over here, your buddy's wearing saran wrap and you look like a salt shaker with fungus growing out of it at the top. What's going on here? My goodness. And look at the words, the text she has here. If you know, you know. Well, ma'am, we all know you about to go to prison. If you know, you know. I don't think you do. Out here gallivanting. Oh my gosh.
A few months after the crash, Mackenzie was arrested and charged with the murders of Dominic Russo and
Don't
David
cry now.
Flanagan.
Hi, Mackenzie. Step out for me. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2, okay? Nobody's gonna ask you any questions. Nobody's gonna bother you. Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it.
Ma'am, you don't worry about breaking that bracelet, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that. The only bracelets you're going to be wearing for the next 15 years are metal handcuffs.
She would choose a bench trial and let a judge decide her fate. One witness testified that during a previous argument while Mackenzie was driving, he overheard her tell Dominic, quote, "I'm going to wreck this car right now." Prosecutors presented video and event data recorder footage showing Mackenzie accelerated to full throttle without hitting the brake. They argued that Mackenzie intentionally crashed and traveled to the industrial road 7 times a few days before the crash to plan it out. Her motive was possibly...
So she did basically you did 7 test runs to make sure you could do this. This is sick. And you out here looking like you don't even weigh enough to be able to apply enough pressure to the gas pedal to go 100 miles an hour. Out here with your hairstyle trying to copy Ariana Grande. I guess you're Ariana Hyundai. I'm sorry. That's not a good joke.
To end a turbulent relationship with Dom. The defense raised medical concerns suggesting a potential loss of consciousness, but the court found otherwise.
The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a course of death and destruction that day. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
In August of 2023, Mackenzie was
what you
convicted
got
on
to say?
12 counts, including murder. She was sentenced to 2 concurrent life terms, which makes
Can you imagine what that says? What is she reading her little statement about how she's innocent? Can you imagine what it says? Your Honor, on God, no cap, for real, if you know, you know, I never meant to do none of this. Facts. And that's just keeping it 100. Ma'am, put your little paper up. You're going to jail.
Mackenzie eligible for parole after 15 years. The remainder of this video contains clips of Mackenzie's jail calls during
That's not
August
enough.
2023. The full
It's not enough time. That's 15 years. She's 18. She'll be out in her early 30s.
calls are coming soon to this channel, Phone Calls from Prison. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss Mackenzie's first call.
Y'all, Phone Calls from Prison, the best phone calls from prison channel around. Go figure if you couldn't tell by the name. Make sure you go subscribe. Show them some love. If you don't want to hear all my yapping and you just want the phone calls, make sure you go to them because I'm going to talk a lot.
After her guilty verdict.
If you would have a moment, all you would need is 5 minutes of a conversation to have with her to learn who she is. Just that you would just need 5 minutes to learn who she is and what she's capable of not doing and doing, and you would see for yourself.
Your Honor, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. For real. I've seen 4 minutes and 20 seconds of footage about her, and I already know everything I need to know. I've seen all I need to see. You got your G-string popping up over your sweatpants on a deck that got eaten by termites 4 years ago, and no one's done a dang thing about it. Nobody's called Terminex. Nobody's even bought a can of Raid. Your priorities are... I know everything I need to know.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could just like really talk to you right now, but I'm like...
Okay. This is Mackenzie Shirilla, the Shirilla in Manila, jail call with a friend, unnamed friend, from August 2023. Presumably right after she got locked up. So just some insight as someone who's been there. I've been in for serious crimes. You're always in a bit of denial and shock when you first go in and get arrested. And so your first calls are always going to be a little bit silly and ridiculous and just full of denial, I'm sure. I haven't listened to any of this, so let's just see.
Scared to ask questions.
Ask my mom. She will tell you everything. She knows the answer to everything.
So Monday, you're going to be like finding out?
Yeah, if I'm guilty or not. But I'm going to be on the news again, so you will see too.
Holy shit.
Girl, I'm going to be on the news. Ma'am, you going to be on the mugshot website too.
Monday at 1 o'clock, I'll be probably on the news again.
Why are they so obsessed with you? Like, you got in a fucking car accident. Like, I've gotten in 3 of those. Like,
it's probably just because, like, my boyfriend's last name is, like, Russo, and, like, his family is just, like, trying to, like, do some weird shit. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, obviously. Russo, wait a minute. What's his last name? Russo? I thought it was Wusso. Well, this changes everything. Russo, oh, my Lord, put her on CNN. Put her on 48 Hours. Put her on... Ma'am, they're not obsessed with you. They're highlighting what a sick thing you did. Okay. Why are they so obsessed with you? Because you murdered your boyfriend and friend?
his mom.
Yeah, they don't fuck with me no more. Even though like, after the car accident, I was like hanging out with his family and stuff still, but then they just like turned on me all of a sudden. So
the dad too.
He'd be at court now, and I'm like, damn, like didn't we literally go to dinner together? And didn't I come to like Dom's birthday party after the crash? And I was with all you guys, and then y'all all just want to like turn on me all of a sudden. That's just like crazy to me, but.
Yeah, it's almost as if, you know, maybe investigators or police kind of informed them of some details that they weren't aware of initially that I'm sure you didn't provide to them. I'm sure you spun your story however you spun it. It's almost as if they learned, you know, a couple pieces of the truth and were like, wow, this crazy piece of scrawny crap intentionally did this. And now I don't want any parts of her. Oh, my gosh. What? The switch up is real, yo-yo. If you know, you know.
They know I didn't do it on purpose. I just think that they're hurt. And they don't know how to grieve properly, which I understand. Like, not everyone understands, but...
Oh, but you do.
That's what I think.
It's really just the fact that they had...
Grieve Master. Mackenzie Grieve Master Shirilla. Not everybody knows how to deal with trauma and grief like I do at the ripe age of 18.
So many strings that they could pull to even get you arrested in the first place.
Yes, like it's just like I would understand if they gave me like a normal charge, but like the charges that they gave me are like literally insane. Like it's not. They're trying to make it seem something that it's not. Like it's not. Like I didn't do it on purpose. Like I got in a car accident. I'm a third victim. Like, and they just think that like. It was all some like joke and like that I was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to do this on purpose to the love of my life and a friend. Like that's the most dumb, crazy thing I ever heard in my life. Like
he was the love of your life.
It's really sounding a lot like they fully understand these calls are recorded and they are like, it's almost like reading lines in a play. And, you know, they're performing a skit, you know, for whoever in law enforcement or in the courtroom, you know, who has anything to do with that eventually. Is assuming they will be listening to this, which they will, and almost trying to be performative for them. I mean, my gosh, can you believe it? I was a victim too, and just, my Lord, I just can't believe it.
Like you, every time I talked to you, I was with him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I would never hurt him, like ever. And yeah, we argued, but like, what about the video? Like, man, they just tried to make it seem like I was like this like abusive girlfriend to him, but they didn't show anything he did to me, which is just so irritating.
There's always two sides. There's always two sides.
And
even though you guys went through stuff, like every couple goes through stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like every couple fights, every couple has a toxic phase. So the fact that
every couple has a moment where the girlfriend plots out 7 routines in a row of how they're gonna murder him with a vehicle, running into a wall, going 100 miles an hour. I mean, come on, Jesus. What are we talking about here? This is the norm. It's called falling in love, people. You drive your car into a wall while your partner's in the passenger seat. It's like these people just never had been in a relationship.
And your mom, she called me one day a while ago, and she called me to tell me your charges. And like, Mackenzie, I was sitting on the toilet, and like I just like screamed and started crying when she told me the charges.
All right, hang on now. You could have just said her mother called her and told you the charges, and you started crying. We didn't need that little tidbit, that little shit bit, that little tid shit about you sitting on Mackenzie. When I tell you, no joke, no lie, if you know, you know, I was taking the most horrendous dump of my life when your mama told me what your charges were, and I just squeezed and squeezed and squeezed. And I was so upset I couldn't even flush. And then I started getting complaints from the other members of the household about the smell. And then I remembered to flush. But oh my gosh, Mackenzie. Oh.
So I was like, that's insane. Like, that's an insane charge for what happened. I've never heard of that before. Like, I've never heard of that.
There's evil working against me, like, and then I'm like, why would I be saved to live like life if like they were just gonna arrest me? And like, I don't understand. They brought me back to life just to put me in jail. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, so then like I try to think that like, damn, maybe there's like something good for me planned. Maybe like this is all a part of my story, and then I'm gonna write my book when I get out of here and shit. But
ma'am, they brought you back to life to make sure you see justice and face accountability for your actions. And they brought you back to life because that's the job of not only law enforcement, but first responders, paramedics, firefighters, anybody within that crew. That's their job, first and foremost. But yeah, you dang right. Buddy, we want you to see justice.
then like, what if I'm just like, my life is just meant to be fucked and I'm meant to fucking sit in jail my whole life and shit, like, for something I didn't even do on purpose, like for a fucking crash, a car accident. Like, man, the prosecutors in court were like, oh yeah, Kenzie did this, but what, she just killed Davion too as baggage. I'm like, did that word just come out of your mouth? Baggage? That just baffled me. Like,
wait, say it again?
They said like I killed Dom because I was like we were in an abusive relationship, but then I just decided to like kill Davion too as baggage. That's what the prosecutor said in court in front of the judge, and I'm like, that is because they have nothing of why I would do it to Davion. They have videos of me and Dom arguing because Dom would record me when I was really upset sometimes, and then I would record him when he was upset.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a very healthy relationship, you know. Well, when he'd get upset, I'd record him for future evidence, and when I got upset, he'd record me for future evidence. Well, it sounds like, you know, not the best relationship. Hey, listen, me and my girl, we've been together almost 4 years now. Do we have arguments? Absolutely. Do we record each other? No. You know why? Because no one ever feels like it ever reaches a point where someone needs to record for their safety or so that they have some collateral and some blackmail or some evidence for a future court case. I mean, if it ever got to that point, we'd be like, you know what? You seem a little dangerous. I'm out of here. Do people argue? Yeah. Do people take it to the point where someone needs to like document this? That's not normal. That's not healthy. Come on.
But they only played like me tweaking on him. So But they had nothing for Davion, so then they just was like, Davion was just baggage.
Well, Davion didn't drive into a wall at 100 miles an hour, ma'am. I don't care what he did. If he did something to you, report it to the police beforehand. That's how you don't handle it by driving in a wall at 100 miles an hour. Report it. Report it.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Like, that makes it sound like you're a serial killer.
Yes, and like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, and then people on social media just are like talking so much shit
Two
about me
dummies
on, like,
on the phone.
the Strongsville police page and like all over like the news things. People are just like saying crazy shit about me, and I'm like, none of you guys even know me. Like, I don't know. And I had to like change my Instagram name and shit. Like, I don't like, because people
Oh
like.
my gosh, she had to give up her Instagram username, and she spent so much time working on the perfect handle. Ah, crap. Dang it.
When you look up my name on Google, my Instagram comes up.
Yeah, I see some things on TikTok too.
On TikTok?
Yeah, just like one, but I just ignored it.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, well, y'all about to have a whole lot more pop up now. I promise you, we're going to crank this thing up. This is the girl Wade Wilson. This is Wilma Wilson right here. And I promise you, there's going to be more phone calls. Oh my gosh, can you believe some guy named Jumpsuit Pablo and some channel named Phone Calls from Prison? They're putting all my phone calls out, girl. Be for real right now. They got me effed up.
Bald?
I don't remember. It was a while ago. It was, I don't know. I hate people. I hate everyone. So wait, how many days have you done trial? Like 3?
I've been in trial for 4 days, but I've been in jail 9 months. Not in the county, though. I've been in the county.
Hang on. I got to show y'all something.
On Monday, so it's about to be 1 week here.
Okay.
Which is just like, once again, crazy as fuck. Like a week in this bitch, like, what the fuck? And my commissary's not coming. I don't know.
County's scary.
It's fuck, and it's the fact that they got me on this floor too. Like, there's this one girl who just like is like talks to herself like all day long. She's in the room like right by me. She's like, ma'am, like all day long. I'm like, girl, like shut the fuck up. Like she's pissing me off so bad. Like I don't like her. Like she's so irritating. Like
I can't find it. Never mind. Dang it.
Mackenzie, I think I need you to stay on that protective floor.
why?
Because it's everywhere.
What's everywhere?
It's completely sensationalized.
Oh, this is a new clip. Jail call with mom. Uh-oh.
What?
The story, your story is everywhere.
What does that mean?
I think it's like on national news. It's everywhere.
Well, ma'am, apparently you don't know, because if you know, you know. So if you don't know, you don't know. Well, I'll clarify for you. When your mama says it's everywhere, that means it's everywhere. What you talking about? It's on the news. It's on the internet. It's on the apps. It's everywhere. It's on Reddit.
Why do you think?
Because I can see it. It's everywhere.
Right now?
Yeah.
No, 3 weeks from now, your mother's psychic. She's having a premonition. Get a grip, ma'am.
So just stay there.
No.
Or just tell people, we can't say anything on the phone, okay? But just say there's more. Just don't believe everything.
Why does her mom sound like an announcer at a baseball game? You know. Don't say anything on the phone. The phone.
Can you hear? And we're, whatever, but it's completely out of hand.
What, are they saying really bad stuff about me?
No, they're just repeating.
No. They're saying, oh my gosh, I've never seen someone so skinny. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a saint she is, driving that car that fast. Oh, what a good person.
They're just repeating what the verdict was. Don't say anything on this phone.
Wait, so what do you mean? I'm just really nervous. You just gave me.
Here's the thing, Mom. Here's my stance, okay? I'm not being silly. I'm not being funny. Like real, let's be real. I understand you're a mom or a father and you have a child and they did something horrible and now they are facing consequences and it is serious. They're facing serious, serious consequences that involves the loss of life of others, innocent people. I understand if you're going to stick by them. I understand, hey, you know what? I know what you did. That's bad. That was really bad. But, you know, I love you. And I do hope you grow and change. And you are going to have to do a lot of time. And this does suck. This isn't what I wanted for you. But, you know, I will never stop loving you. You're my child. I will always be here for you. But what you did was bad. That was awful. But I hope you can see that, take accountability, and begin to grow and change. And as long as you do, I will be here for you because you're my child. I get that. I get that. That's any parent, pretty much. But a parent to get on here before she's been sentenced. This is a jail call, not a prison call. If you don't know the difference, you go to jail when they got enough evidence to arrest you, but they hadn't convicted you yet in court. Once they convict you, you get sentenced, and then you go to prison to serve your time. This is a jail call. She has not been found guilty for what she clearly did. Your mother knows what you did. And she is on here talking about, don't say anything, don't say nothing on the phone. Now, hold on, hold your horses now. Don't say nothing. Shut your mouth, shut it. Keep them lips tight. If you truly believe your daughter did not do anything wrong, why are you coaching her not to say anything about it on the phone? If she was truly innocent, then anything she has to say would only point to her innocence and would not incriminate her. You know your daughter did it. You know your daughter's a criminal. You know your daughter took people's lives, and you're still coaching her to help her get out of the consequences that she deserves for what she did to these people. And so, ma'am, screw you. You suck. You're a piece of crap. That's how I feel.
Anxiety, like, what does that mean?
I didn't mean to give you anxiety, okay? I just would like for you to stay there. I have to be able to tell you to stay there, and you're asking me why. I'm telling you why.
Well, like, you're acting like it's bad? Like, what are they just saying? Like, who is posting about it? Like, Fox or something? Not like Fox, like Today Show and shit like that? Like,
yeah, the Today Show. Hoda and Kathy Lee. They were having a couple glasses of wine and just going in on you, sister. Regis and Kelly really lit you up.
Not yet. Not them yet. But
who posted it then?
I think it's like in New York. Somebody saw it in Virginia or something.
You should make a Facebook page, like a Facebook group where it's like Free Kenzie and stuff like that, and like.
So I'll talk to somebody about it.
Well, she definitely. Oh yeah, well, not gonna do that.
I'm gonna talk to somebody about it, but I would like for you just to be safe. Okay.
I'm gonna be safe, but you're making me nervous. Like, why do I have to hide? Like, what?
I don't want to be because I don't want people just to believe.
Well, here's the thing: she doesn't have to hide. I think the mom is a little bit overreacting, understandably. With any person who doesn't know anything about prison, who sees a lot of people, hey, you're widely hated on the internet. I think you need to stay in some type of protection in prison or in jail. But really, especially even if you were a guy in a guy's prison and you just intentionally drove into a wall to kill your girl and some guy in the back seat, no inmates would care. They wouldn't care about that. That's not going to make you a target. Even more so, probably 2, 3, 4, 5 times more so. If you're a woman and you do that, no one cares. Half the women in prison are in there for probably something with their husband or something violent, something like that. Or something that their husband or boyfriend convinced them to do that then got them in trouble. And so therefore they do not like him. And there's that. And then also, and this is not just me, you know, I've been in men's prisons, not women's prisons. What do I know about women's prisons? Well, I know a good bit because I have done hours of interviews with former female inmates who have done 10, 20, 25 years in prison. And they all say, you know, there's not really, you don't see that type of violence between the women inmates in there unless it's more like personal, domestic, where you have girlfriend, like girl inmates being girlfriends of other girl inmates, and then another girl inmate and there's like, you know, this kind of like love triangle type of thing. Then you might see some like jealousy violence, but other than that, nowhere near what you see with guys. So she's really not in any danger. I mean, most girls in there did something to their boyfriend or their significant other, and I mean, no judgment passed. She's not in really any real danger.
What there is being said, you know what
You're
I mean?
acting like I'm the only person charged with murder in here, though. Like,
I know exactly. That's what I would just like for you to be safe. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I know that 85% of the people in there are not guilty.
Not 85% of the people in there are not guilty? Oh, really? Because I'd say you got it turned, maybe 15%, but I don't even believe that. I understand there's people who get locked up and truly like they're not guilty, but honestly, those are the ones you hear about. Those are the ones you inevitably hear about and come to the light. There are a very small percentage of people who truly didn't do it. 85%. Okay.
That's like national news.
Okay, I got to tell you one more thing.
What?
It was published in England.
What?
England?
It's world news?
That means Prince Charles hates me and Meghan Markle.
I think the Daily Mail just publishes it in all their publications, but yeah, the UK.
It's on the Daily Mail?
In UK.
Maybe Kim Kardashian will reach out herself.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Kim K. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm Kim K. And you know, you understand? Yeah, she'll get behind you. Yeah, Kim K. How many people has Kim Kardashian gotten off the hook? 0. Pretty sure her big claim to fame in the legal field, obviously not her claim to fame, but after becoming a lawyer, she took on like one guy's case where he was about to be executed. He had the death penalty for 15 or so years, and all this evidence pointed to the fact that he didn't do it. And guess what?
I'm hoping. We're getting there. I was going to do this anyway, so this is great.
What do you know? Maybe we'll have a show keeping up with the Shirillas. Mom, are you okay? I think I know where she gets it from.
Reach out to us.
Mm-hmm. Craziness, baby girl.
I don't know.
But listen, I need you to still have faith and trust that the truth, Kenzie, will set you free. We just don't know the length of time this journey is, okay? And so you just have to, in this time, take care of your health, okay? And your mental health. And just go to
I
school.
want my commissary.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, listen, you thought I was silly for saying she's the female Wade Wilson. I want my commissary. Yeah, I understand. Kim Kardashian, Daily Mail, the Queen of England hates me. Yeah. Where's my honey buns and noodles? And Ritz crackers. I can't wait. Now you want food. Ma'am, it looked like you weren't. Listen, please don't call me a body shamer. I've got a beer belly myself. You weren't that concerned with snacks and food on the streets. A strong gust of wind could blow you halfway across the coast. A sneeze from a hefty dog could blow you into the next county. Now you want your food.
I know, it's exciting.
Hey, when do we get our commissary? Before lunch, though?
Kiosk!
Okay. Oh, this is what...
Kiosk
wait,
Shirilla.
all over the world right now. How did you know that? Why didn't you tell me that when you told me I was on just national news? Or you just found
Because
it?
1 minute left.
Are you going to call me back?
Do you want me to?
Nope.
Or do you have to work?
I do have to work a little bit. Because, as the news articles are coming in, my sisters are sending me screenshots.
Call you bestie. I heard she's taking a fat dump right now. Perfect time to call her.
So.
Yes, take all the screenshots, because this is just going to be crazy when I come out of fucking
make a little
jail.
scrapbook.
That's an innocent-ass bitch. But anyways, I love you so much, Mom.
I love you so much.
You heard her. She's an innocent ass bitch.
Yeah, call me. Please call me again if you can. I would hate to hang up and then miss.
No, it's okay. I'll call you again soon. I'll call you again today.
Okay.
For sure. I don't know when, but I will call you again as soon as I can again. I'll call you, I'll let you work for a minute, all right?
I know
you'll
you
be okay.
telemessages. I know you'll be okay. I love you.
I love you, Mom. All right?
Me too. Just don't talk about the case with anyone.
You know I won't, but I love you so much.
Don't admit your guilt to anyone, okay? We're going to get you out of this, all right? Screw those two people. We're going to get you off so you can go do it again to your next boyfriend.
Even if they try and ask you a question, keep your spidey senses up.
I will.
Spidey senses? Spidey senses. Old Peter Parker over here.
I just love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Tell everyone I said I love them and to keep fighting for me and to free me.
Oh my God, girl.
And free me and also tell them if you know, you know. For real. 100 emoji.
Thank you for using
I love you.
Securus. Goodbye.
Final clip, I
need
assume.
people angry like that.
No, maybe not.
That's what I need in my life.
Okay, hold on a second. We can be.
What?
We are like that. We just can't be like that on the phone with you because they're listening.
They're
And I don't want
listening.
to give anybody anything. I don't want to tell anybody.
No, I don't want to give them any evidence. We don't want them to be able to prove that you're a murderer. Come on, Mackenzie. Dang, play ball. I thought if you knew, you
Them
knew.
or what? Like, hey, bald head. Hey, tiny girl. Hey, Debbie. Like, what's
I don't want to tell them how we're doing. I don't want them to know that you have to poop. I don't want them to know that you're. You know, I don't want them to know fucking anything.
They can know. I'm about to
Well, they're listening to everything we say on this recorded call, and so that's why I'm specifically not going to say that I don't want them to know that you're blah, 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 and I don't want them to know that you're blah, 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 and I don't want them to know that you're blah, blah, blah. Well, ma'am, good job. You just blabbed it all, you freaking doofus. Man, I see where she gets her brains from, you piece of crap. Whoever this father is, watch yourself. Don't let mom drive. Make sure you take the driver's seat. Don't let her drive y'all nowhere, because let me tell you, she's on the same type of deal as her. I can tell.
take a fat ass shit and pretend it's on them. Fuck.
I don't want them to know anything. I don't even want them to know about how much he loved you and you loved him because they're dirty and gross. I hate that all of our calls are recorded and that we don't get to have any intimate conversations about anything. I don't want them to know how you slept. I don't want them to know what you had for breakfast. I hate them. I don't want them to know anything.
They can know.
I know what she had for breakfast. It was a stale, hard, overcooked biscuit. Grits, if you want to call them that. That's really just cornmeal with a little water poured in them. 2 hard-boiled eggs that come in a bucket that say not for human consumption on the side. And then if you're lucky, you might get 1 glass of milk, and don't you dare get your little stinking little scrawny bony butt up and try to get a second glass. They will throw you down to the ground and spray you with mace. That's what she had for breakfast.
Know everything, because I have nothing to fucking hide.
Nothing to hide.
They can know about my period. They can know all that shit.
Hear your name. I don't want them to hear nothing. They don't deserve to know anything.
Yeah.
So we are.
They don't. I'm okay. Is it just me? Please comment if you're with me. I'm starting to hate the mother more than the daughter, which is wild. I'm starting to, like, you know, at some point you got to see where she gets it from. I'm starting to, ma'am?
Mad, and we are gonna fight for you. But we're
I know.
doing
I
that.
need you guys doing that. I can't.
Yeah.
I wish I could know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a private conversation after we get off this phone call.
It's how we all sound when we're off the phone talking to each other about this.
You're just better at keeping your composure than him.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm going to
Candy, poker face. Okay.
I know. I'm about to ask for a private call. Do you think they're gonna give me more than like 40 years? Because I'm thinking yes. I think I'm getting life in prison.
That's what I'm prepared for that. That's what I'm prepared for.
40 years?
Hold on a second.
40 years?
Diamond, can we get
That's what you're prepared for? Oh, did she just yell out to a fellow inmate buddy she's made? Diamond! Oh, Lord. I hate to say it, and I'm sorry to anyone out there watching who's named Diamond, but you know ding dang well, if your name's Diamond. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
private calls here? Like with a social worker?
Diamond, Sapphire,
How do I talk to my
Ruby,
lawyer then without,
Assemble.
Like, it being like public? I don't
Got the
have a
powder
lawyer yet,
puff
though,
girls over
right
here.
now. I fired my lawyer. I'm dead ass.
I'm dead ass.
Candy, it's not that you fired him. He's done.
No, we fucking fired him. I don't give a fuck. He's fired. He's fired.
She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. That ass. If you know, you know. I don't give a fuck. That ass. Ma'am, you're going to fit right in women's prison, I promise you. You and Diamond.
No, you bad as fuck. I don't.
It's
No,
so
because
hard
it's like.
not to be able to talk to you on the phone.
Hold on.
She's firing somebody.
Murder A is just murder, like you kill someone on purpose. Murder B is when someone dies when you're doing another felony.
That happens.
And that
Like,
being
it's happening to me,
felonious assault.
uh-huh.
So that's why I have murder B. Yes, that shit is just irritating as fuck. It's like they're acting like I killed like 85 people. Like I didn't kill nobody.
I only killed 2 people. They acting like I killed 85. My Lord. Give me probation. Good God. I mean, it's just 2 people. Jesus. I can count that on one hand. They are off their, they are just at their wits' end. They just act like I'm Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy. All I did was kill 2 people and do 7 test runs on 7 different days to make sure it would work when I killed them.
You gotta keep up with my case when you go home. You can come to my court if you want. But if you don't want to... I'm dead as fuck. We need you there. I'm dead as fuck.
Ma'am, you'll be dead as fuck by the time you get out. Well, not really. She got 15 years in prison. She'll be alive as fuck, unfortunately. But I would love to see if you're still giggling and laughing when you get sentenced to 15 years in court. Newsflash, I have the answer. Here's what she looked like when she did get sentenced. Bing! I love doing that. Anyways, let's continue.
You were funny as fuck.
You have 1 minute left.
I don't know, Troop. He's bald as fuck and shiny and has a roll in his neck. I have a girl and a boy and a detective against me. All right, Mom. I love you so much, Mom. I'm gonna talk to you again. What time can I call you again? Like, call you my next time I come out?
What time is that?
I don't know.
Maybe around 9, after 9.
If I can call you around 9, I'll call you around 9, but it might be a little bit later.
That's fine. That's okay. Just let me work for a little bit.
I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love
Honey,
you.
we love you too. I love you too.
I'm about to be done. I love you, love you, love you, love you.
Hey, shut up.
Mackenzie Shirilla
Pumpkin.
is serving her sentence at the Ohio Reformatory for Women. Mackenzie and her
Look
family
at it.
maintain that.
Look at her. Oh my God. I don't give no F's. If you know, you know, for real, for real. I don't care about none of that. Well, ma'am, look at them little silly little eyes. Oh my gosh.
This crash was accidental.
Oh God, this is going to be published in some news story somewhere. My conversations with Mackenzie.
You dang
Don't
right.
forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Yeah, it's Mackenzie Shirilla. If you know she's a killer. Hey, listen. There's that little segment of calls. Good stuff always from PCFP. Again, if you would like me to continue this series, from my understanding, like I said, we're good friends. We work together a lot. We've been working together for years now. They have much more calls. They will be posting the full calls from beginning to end. You'll get the full timeline. If you would like me to cover those and keep reacting to those, if you're into this, let me know in the comments. We'll do it just like we did Wade Wilson. Okay, Kiosk Club. Let me know. Other than that, I will see you next time.